Hi, this is Cheryl Foster from cardsblossom.com, and I have another creative card tip for you. Over in the official Send Out Cards webpage here, Natalie has posted that someone is looking for Scrabble letters as a suggestion. So I'm going to share with you how to take advantage of free um, JPEGs and PNG files that are available. So I just Googled Scrabblers and came up with this site. So this is the site. It's fuzzymo.com. And the designer who owns this site is sharing some free Scrabble letters. So follow along with me and I will show you how we copy these and use them in a card. Okay, so here's the image. It's a total of 60 wooden letters. So I simply click on the image and they have the wood tiles, the tiles, the Scrabble. So download wooden letters, tile image size. It's a big zip file, 12.2 megs. They may not be for commercial purposes. So for personal greeting cards, it is fine, for cards to send out to people, but you can't create something to sell because they're images that belong to Hasbro and Scrabble. And all she requests is that if you do use them, the letters, to please share a post or leave a comment if you find them useful. Okay? So many designers share their things up there, so we want to recognize them. I just go to this download button and hit download. So it's going to be downloading here in my download file in my browser. And then what I'm going to do is open it up. Here it is. And I'm going to simply click on it. And here is the JPEG with all of the files. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to save that, minimize this screen. I'm going to just simply drag that over to my desktop for now. Okay, so I have a Mac, and I would do that. If you don't have a Mac, if you have a PC, you can right click and save as, and either save it in a desktop or a folder. I typically will save things on my desktop that I'm going to be working on. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, this is Adobe Photoshop Elements. This is the software that I use to edit all of my cards. It's about $70, $80 you can play around. So I'm going to go to my File, Open, or my desktop, and I'm going to find the name of that file. Here it is, Fuzzy Moto, or Fuzzy Moo Wooden Scrabble, and hit open. Okay, here are some beautiful letters. So I'm going to show you the process how we're going to get them into our send out card site. I'm just going to select, let's see, you have to select them one at a time. So this button here is a little selection button, rectangle marquee tool. So I'm going to click on that and I'm going to select the letter A, and I hold my, what we call this selection keys, these are called marching ants. So when that's selected like that, I know that that will happen. Now I'm going to go File, Copy. I'm going to copy it, copy, and then I'm going to create a new file. And this is going to be just a simple photo, and I can just do really small because I'm actually going to shrink up. Small, new file. So I created new file where I'm going to put this letter, 300, nice high resolution so the pictures will show, although really anything above 200 is going to show up great in your send out cards. So you often don't have to go up to 300. 200 is fine, anything above, but that's just the default for photos is 300. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I had copied it from this file, so this created a new file, and now I'm simply going to go edit, paste. Oh, there's the card. There it is right there. So let me see. Now I'm hitting the selection button. Again, that's the cross hatches, and it's a little bit off the side of the paper, so I'm going to make the square a little smaller. Just like as in our card editor, most photo editing software programs are fairly simple. If I put my mouse in the corner, I can make this smaller and resize. I'm going to drag it up here. Now, if I saved it just like this, as a picture and then uploaded it into Send Out Cards as a photo, I would have this white yucky background. And we don't want to do that. We want to be able to place it on a card. So what I'm going to simply do is click on the background over here. This is called the layers panel. So when you're similar to Send Out Cards, where you'll have a background, you'll have a paper page, maybe a back color. So this is the element. We're going to make the background transparent. You see where it says opacity here? Actually, well, let's see. Actually, we'll just delete it. There we go. So that background is now showing and it's transparent. And I'm also going to crop this little crop button, these crop hatches. There's no need for the file to be any bigger than it is. So I'm actually just going to crop it right like this. And then hit the little green arrow. So sometimes you're wondering, how come I can't do anything? Well, it's because something has to be either approved or rejected. So I hit the green arrow and now I have a smaller size of transparent A. Okay, so I'm going to click up image at the top and I'm going to look at the size of the image. So this looks fine. It's 1 by 7 by 1 by 9 inches high, 300 resolution. So we're going to get a good view here. We didn't have to do any other editing. So the next step is simply to save it as a PNG file. Why not a JPEG file? Well, a PNG file will keep the layers transparent. So we're going to go Save As, and we're going to call it Scrabble A PNG file, and hit Save. Don't worry about interlace. Okay, so I now have an A. So now it's fun to go bring it in to Send Out Cards. So I'm going back over here. Let's go into Send Out Cards. And go into Create a Card. Create a Picture Plus. Greeting card. Okay, so now I'm going to add my letter A. Upload more pictures. Browse. I typically always save it on my desktop. Scrabble A. There it is. Open. Upload. And let's go ahead and get some basic background. Bring in the corner. So we have a pretty background. Go back to our pictures. Drag over our A. Ta-da! There we are. We have our own element. You've created a Scrabble letter element. You can bring this in, you can save it, and you can use more and more, and that's how simple it is. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration on how to do that. If you'd like to get to see more little tutorials, I'm going to be creating them and saving them all at creativecardtips.com. creativecardtips.com. It's kind of a work in progress, or you can email me at cheryl@cardsblossom.com. And I'll put you on my email list, whether you're a customer, distributor, or just a creative card sender and wanting some information. I'm happy to help. Thanks. Have a good day. My screen.